Welcome to the deep dive. We're diving into something you sent our way. Kenton Patterson's blog post, Embrace It for a Successful Future, from Future Tech Wise blog.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one.
Yeah. It really got us thinking about, how to equip our listener, you specifically, with the tools you need to not just survive, but really thrive in this world that just seems to get crazier and crazier by the day.
Yeah, absolutely. The pace of change is just accelerating.
It really is. So in this deep dive, we're going to unpack those core strategies that Patterson lays out, to kind of get right to the heart of what it means to not just navigate the future, but to meet it, on your own terms.
Yeah, I love that. Meeting the future on your own terms, that's powerful.
It is. All right. So right off the bat, Patterson makes this really compelling argument.
Yeah,
And it's all centered around this idea that, the one constant is change, and that very dynamism is like the most fertile ground for, for future achievement.
right. So, instead of clinging to the status quo,
Hmm.
which, let's face it, can be very tempting,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm guilty of that myself sometimes.
it's human nature.
Yeah.
But Patterson's saying, what if we reframe our relationship with change completely? What if instead of seeing it as this disruptive force,
Yeah.
we view it as an opportunity?
Okay. So let's unpack that a little bit. I mean, when we talk about embracing change, what does that actually, look like in our everyday lives?
Well, he uses some pretty powerful real-world examples. Like, think about how AI is transforming entire industries.
Oh, yeah. Like I can't even imagine what my job would be like without AI at this point.
Right. It's mind-blowing. And then there's the way we work now. Remote work, the gig economy, all these new ways of collaborating and connecting. It's not just about adapting to the technology, though. It's about a deeper shift in mindset. Embracing curiosity and approaching the unknown with a sense of optimism rather than fear.
Right. It's like choosing to see the possibility instead of the threat.
Exactly.
Okay. So that's embracing change. Now, Patterson doesn't sugarcoat it, does he?
No,
No.
not at all.
He acknowledges that, this journey isn't always going to be smooth sailing. There will be challenges, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And that leads us to his second principle, learning from those challenges.
Yeah. He really reframes setbacks and obstacles as crucial learning opportunities. He even points out that many of the most successful people in history faced massive challenges along the way.
Right. I'm thinking about Thomas Edison and all those failed light bulbs.
Exactly. The difference is they didn't give up. They learned from each failure and they kept iterating.
So it's about shifting that perspective, right? Instead of seeing a setback as a defeat, it's like, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to make myself stronger? More resilient, more resourceful.
Right. And it's a process. You analyze what went wrong, you adjust your approach, and you move forward with that new knowledge.
So we've got embracing change, learning from challenges. And now what's the next piece of the puzzle?
Well, Patterson argues that it's not enough to just be open to change. You've got to actively seek out opportunities.
Okay. So it's about being proactive, not just reactive.
Right. He's saying the world is teeming with unrealized potential in all sorts of areas,
Like what?
like emerging career paths, new technologies, innovative business models, you name it. But the key is you can't just sit back and wait for those opportunities to come to you.
Right. You got to go out and find them.
Exactly. Patterson encourages you to network, to research, to stay informed about the latest trends. Basically, to position yourself to be in the right place at the right time.
Okay, so embracing change, learning from challenges, seeking opportunities, that's a lot to juggle.
It is, and it can definitely feel overwhelming at times,
Yeah, no kidding.
which is why Patterson emphasizes the importance of positivity and resilience.
Hmm. That's something I've really struggled with in the past, like staying positive when things get tough.
Well, Patterson makes a really interesting point. He says that a positive mindset isn't just about feeling good. It actually fuels motivation and creativity.
Hmm.
It can even inspire those around you.
So it's like a positive feedback loop.
Right. And resilience, that ability to bounce back from setbacks,
Yeah.
is essential for navigating the ups and downs
Well, no.
of a constantly changing world.
So how do we cultivate that positivity and resilience? I mean, is it just like, putting on a happy face and pretending everything's okay?
No, not at all. It's about making a conscious choice to focus on the possibilities rather than the limitations.
Okay.
It's about choosing to look for solutions instead of getting bogged down in problems. And it's about believing that even when things are tough, they can and will get better.
So it's like a mindset shift.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got embracing change, learning from challenges, seeking opportunities, positivity, and resilience. What's next?
Patterson then turns his attention inward. He talks about the importance of self-reflection and growth.
Oh, yeah. That's something that's been coming up a lot for me lately, just taking the time to really understand my strengths and weaknesses.
That's so important. And Patterson stresses that self-awareness is the foundation for any real growth.
Okay, so what does that look like in practice? Well, he encourages us to reflect on our actions, our decisions, even our emotional responses.
Right.
He asks some really thought-provoking questions in the blog post.
Like what?
Like, what are your unique strengths? Where do you have room for improvement? How do you typically react when you face a challenge?
Oh, that's a good one. I know I tend to shut down when things get stressful.
Right. And the point isn't to beat yourself up about it. It's to gain that self-awareness so you can make intentional changes.
Okay.
He emphasizes that growth isn't about being perfect. It's about continuously learning, evolving, and becoming the best version of yourself.
Right.
So you can show it in the world with confidence and competence.
Okay. So we've covered embracing change, learning from challenges, seeking opportunities, positivity and resilience, self-reflection and growth. What's the final piece of the puzzle?
Well, Patterson saves the most important principle for last.
Ooh, okay.
Drum roll.
Belief in yourself.
Okay. I can see how that would be foundational.
Yeah, he's very clear that self-doubt is one of the biggest barriers to success. He asks, if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anyone else to?
Right. It's like that saying, you teach people how to treat you.
Exactly. And he provides some really practical advice for overcoming self-doubt. He says you've got to actively challenge those negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, instead of saying, I can't do this, it's like, I can do this, or even
Right.
better, I will do this.
Right. You got to trust your abilities, you know, take those bold steps even when it feels scary, and recognize your own inherent worth.
It's like giving yourself permission to succeed.
Exactly. And when you truly believe in yourself, amazing things can happen. Doors open, opportunities appear, and success becomes a reality.
So let's recap. Our deep dive into Kenton Patterson's blog post has revealed 6 key principles for thriving in this ever-changing world. Embracing change, learning from challenges, seeking opportunities, positivity and resilience, self-reflection and growth, and belief in yourself.
Each one building upon the other.
Yeah. It's like a roadmap for navigating the future.
It is. And Patterson leaves us with this powerful message. The future belongs to those who embrace it. He says the only limits are the ones we impose on ourselves.
That's pretty profound.
It is. So I want to leave you with a question to ponder.
Okay, hit me.
Think about one area of your life where you might be resisting change. It could be something small, something big. It doesn't matter. Just one thing. What's one tiny step you could take today to embrace that change?
Ooh, that's good.
And what new possibilities might that unlock for you?
So I have to think about that one.
Me too.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep diving deep.